Well, hello America. Down here at the RV lot. It's actually the same day as the last video. Last video was the Peterbilt dealer. I've been looking at Peterbilts. Or different trucks and big sleeper trucks, trying to find something online. But I've also been considering just retiring and doing the RV thing. And I'll give you an example of some of the things we've been looking at with an RV. Is I want a motorhome because I want to be able to pull like a Jeep or something behind it. And this is a front engine gasoline. It's a V10 Ford, V10 Ford, V10, V10. All these are V10 Ford front engine gas motor RVs. And then down here are some diesel pushers. Okay. Now, when it comes to the gas engine ones, the newer the better as far as I'm concerned, because they're gas engines. Now, when it comes to diesels, I don't want emissions on my diesel. So I'm going to have to be an 07 or older. Well, at a price range that I'm thinking of, I could either go with a brand new, something like this here, Class C, a small Class C, something like one of these when these were used, I think. But back when these were brand new, and I can do something like that, and the quality isn't there. Okay, I'll get with that in a minute. And it's brand new, and as soon as you buy it, the depreciation just falls off the end. Okay, RVs are notorious for bad resale, not resale, but depreciation, really bad depreciation. So I don't want to buy anything that's brand new, buy something that's a few years old. Well, here's something. It's a 2015 front engine gas, and it's in my price range that I'd be thinking about. So that's where I'm at, something like this. If I go with a diesel pusher, you go to an 07, you can go to keep in that same price range. You can go with a higher quality RV, but it's years older. You know, it's 10 years old. Okay, so by doing that, it'd be 12, 13 years old. So by doing that, you can keep in the same price range, but get an older one that's a better quality build. And I'll give you some examples of this. Now here's this V10 gas front engine gas engine RV. And a Hurricane. I don't know who makes a Hurricane. Probably, yeah, Thor Motor Company, Motor Coach. And the insides, they're okay. I mean, this is what I would consider like for vacation. You know, not to live in full time. I guess, I don't know. Maybe not. It's not terrible bad, but it's just, the quality is just not there. It's just the cabinets, the doors are just cheap. This one here, okay, right here, just, it's cardboard almost. It's really thin. These actual cabinets are actually pretty nice in this one here. You know, not bad. But have you ever ridden in an RV? They rattle real bad. So another thing is, okay, this is another thing I don't like about this one. The slide starts here and goes all the way to the back of the coach. That's one huge slide. It's good if you're going to go out there and park and set up and be done. To me, this is all unsupported right here, okay? And it just seems like that would flex a lot. It just, oh, the light is terrible in here. I'm sorry. But it just seems like the light would flex a lot. Maybe I worry too much about the slides. So, but actually, this one's not terrible bad. We haven't seen this one before. We've come down here a couple times, you know, on the weekends or something like that, and just kind of kick tires and walk around. And I don't know. We could go with something like this. You know, it's nice. It's nice enough. Okay. Or I could step down a few years older, but get a much nicer motorhome. Let's go find one of those. Okay, I come down here, and this is a Holiday Rambler. It's a diesel pusher, and it's got 4 slides on it. 4 small slides instead of one huge slide. Oh, it's unlocked. Nope, it's unlocked. All right, let's crawl up in this one. This will be a diesel pusher. I don't have a clue what kind of engine it has, and it's big. Look at this. Look at the size in this thing. That slide goes out. This slide goes out. It's got a, well, it's an RV refrigerator. It's a stainless steel refrigerator, real nice, 4-door. You know, that's nice. Pocket door, rattle. When you're driving down the road, that would drive me nuts. Let's see, the cabinetry is not bad. Not bad. I've seen a lot worse than that. This was not too bad. You know, so this is maybe something we might look at too. But it's got 4 slides in it. And you know me, well, no, in my idea is the more mechanical things like that, the more problems you have maybe. I don't know. So I'm worried about water leaks around the corners in here. Well, you know, RVs are notorious for having, you know, water leaks and just things that are wrong with them, you know. So I don't know. This one's not bad at all, though. I mean, it's got all a nice tile floor, a little bit of carpet around the edges, but not where you walk. Let's see here. We're in the bathroom. There's the bedroom. There's the water closet. There's the shower. We'll walk back in here to the bedroom. And another thing is when you're cruising down the highway, oh, it got dark back here, didn't it? When you're cruising down the highway and there's no, and you have your slides in, you can't get to anything because this slide comes in and that slide comes in and all this walkway right here, which you can't see because the light is terrible back here, but it's just, you can't get to anything. Okay. Now this one here, this kitchen will come into about here. That cabinet will come out to about here. This refrigerator will come back to here. You'll have about 1.5 feet of walkway space, and you have to be turning sideways and shuffling down through here to get through stuff. That's what I've seen about a lot of them. This one actually is not too bad. I ought to bring Pam down and show her this one. This is not a bad one. I like that instead of having the booth, you know, a lot of RVs have a booth. Let's tilt you down here. No wonder it ain't working. There we go. Tilt you down here. This doesn't have a booth. It has a table and a couple chairs, but it's not a booth, and it doesn't take as much space up. Okay. Another thing I noticed about RVs, this is one of my little things that I notice, is you sit down on the couch to relax for the evening, okay, and you're sitting here on the couch relaxing, and you want to watch TV. Well, TV ought to be straight ahead. It's not. It's way up there, so you got to crank your head to look, you know. So you turn your head like this to watch TV. Why do they build them like that? It just doesn't make any sense. Right here, they've got a chair right across the road from me here, or aisle from me. There's a chair. They could take that chair out and put a TV right there where the chair is, and then have the sofa over here. Have the sofa more comfortable, and also RV couches, you know, RV furniture is not very comfortable to sit in. So it's just one of those things that's looking at this, you look at that, and I just can't find the right one. Kind of like the truck. I can't find the right one. I'm being too picky maybe, but I don't know. I want what I want, but I don't know what I want until I see it. Does that make sense? But I don't think I want so many slides. Maybe one slide in the living room area, but I don't want any other slides. It's just more mechanical things to break, more places for it to leak, more places for it to have issues, you know. And you talk to some of these RVer people. My mom and dad were one. You talk to them, and they go into these RV parks, and sure enough, they're every other day, it seems, there's somebody over there rounding up a bunch of 80-year-old men to go over and try to help put this 80-year-old man put his slide back in because the motor broke, and now they got to push it in, you know, by hand. And it just, I don't want to buy problems, I guess. I guess that's where I'm going. I'm trying to find the right combination, the right seating, the TV in the right area so you don't have to crank your head to watch TV. And I know a lot of people say, well, just rotate around and watch TV like this. But it shouldn't have to. You know, you ought to be able to, I don't know. Well, if I do this, where's Pam going to sit? You know, how's she going to watch TV? You know, so it's just picky, I guess. But that's some of the things I'm running across here. Now, this is a typical diesel pusher. I don't know what year it is. Oh, it's an 08, so it has emissions on it. So I don't want this one. That's probably why I haven't seen this one before. is because I just knew it was an '08 and I walked away. So let's go find another one. Lounge chairs, so to say. And I think these, I'm pretty sure these kick out as recliners. So this isn't bad, but I think this is brand new, and it's going to be in the $200,000 range. Close. If it's not 180, it's going to be at, you know, 230. I don't know on this particular one, but that's what I'm finding out about a lot of these Super Cs. And then they have other Super Cs that are like for your race teams. You know, your what do you call them? Not NASCAR, but more like your hot rod dragster cars and stuff like that. They'll have these big motorhomes like this, and then they'll have a bumper, not a fifth wheel, but a bumper hitch trailer that has the cars stacked inside of it. Those are usually $400,000 rigs on a big, this is a small International, on the big Class 8 International, the full-size semi chassis. They're up in the $400,000 range, and I mean, that's, forget about that. That's way, way out of my league. So, this is not a good choice for me. I mean, I kind of like it. I like the idea that it's a truck chassis. I'm familiar with it. One of the things I learned about buses, RVs, I mean, is you can't just go into any old diesel shop, because most diesel shops don't want to work on them, because they work on semis that have the clamshell hood and you get right to the engine. Most diesel pushers, the engine is buried back underneath, and they're extremely hard to get to. So most diesel shops, they go, no, we got enough business with regular semi 18-wheeler trucks. We don't need this kind of headaches. So I kind of like this, but it's I know this is it's too new. It's going to have the emissions on it, and it is brand new, I think. So it'll have the emissions, and it'll be way too high for me. So let's go find another one. The really mega fancy motorhomes, the you know, $500,000, $600,000, $800,000 ones, like this right over here, $359,000 for that bugger. You know, right here. Now this one here is a larger Freightliner. This is a, I don't know if this is still a Class 7 Freightliner. Class 7, Class 8s are the normal semis you see going down the highway. Class 7 are the slightly smaller ones. They're not rated for as much weight and everything. But this is a DX3. Dynamax, I think, makes those. Somebody, I can't remember. Anyway, that one's really nice. $179,000. It's not bad. Let's go look at it, I guess. Let's take a real quick peek inside. And it's got 2 slides on this side. Yeah, Dynamax. Yep. So all the slides are in right now, and it's all cramped. So, and it's gonna be dark in here. You won't be able to see much. But everything's all cramped. You can move around. You can get to the refrigerator to make a ham sandwich while you're traveling. Yeah, the kitchen's accessible, everything. Nothing's bad about this except it's new, emissions, and price. It's just, this doesn't work for me either. So you see, I'm looking and looking, trying to find that perfect semi. I'm trying to find that perfect RV. I will eventually find what I'm looking for. I don't know what I'm looking for. It's one of those, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the old analogy. It's, I don't know what I'm looking for, but when I see it, I'll know it. Does that make sense? Now, we can go over here. This is a sport coach. This is a big diesel pusher. It's a fairly new one. It's a 17, 159,000, 149,000. It's out of my price range. Another Dynamax. You get the idea. So the things that I like, ooh, it's pretty and shiny. I can't afford it. Things that I can't afford, it's either cheaply built, or it's old and kind of worn out. And like I said, there are a million RVs out there. I will find it. I will find it sometime, but I'm going to keep looking. Now, there was another one I was going to show you. Where was it? Let me go find that other RV. I'm trying to remember which one it was now. Be right back. Elvis has left the building. Elvis on tour. This is a, if it's not the real one, it's a reproduction of one of Elvis Presley's tour buses. It's an old MCI bus, like a Greyhound bus, and they converted it on the inside. And I would love to go in it. I would love to go in and check this thing out, but it's all locked up. I'm sure it's not for sale, but there's quality right there. Those tour buses, they're built. Problem with most tour buses is they've got 500,000 miles on them. You know, they're a million-mile coach, and that's what they use them for, traveling all over the country. So well, I would love to find something like this, but unfortunately this one's not for sale. And the ones that are for sale are usually way out of my price range. So I don't know. Well, anyway, that's what we got. Looking for RVs, looking for a truck. Like I said, eventually I will find one. When I do, you'll be the first to know. Well, Pam will be the first to know, but you get the idea. So with that, y'all have a good one, and ciao. And keep, I can't think of the right word. Keep me in your thoughts.